Okay, we're good now? I think we're good. Testing, testing. I think the mic is working. Yes? Okay. Alrighty, so just got finished setting that up. Let's see what the heck I talked about here. Now I should tell you that I use a template for the audio where I have the mix kind of down already because, you know, my voice doesn't change too much. My proximity with the camera, if I'm behind it or in front of it, doesn't change. So I have two separate tracks for that. So the audio doesn't usually need too much, maybe just a minor tweak or two depending on the environment that I'm in.
And then I did another round.
Oh, I hit that 3 times and split that into 2. So what is that? 3, 4. So let's put in 3, 3.
That being said, we're here at the event.
What the hell did I have so much to say?
That being said, we're here for the event.
Oh, I know what I did. Okay, we're going to need to cobble together all of these clips into some sort of cohesive introduction. Okay, okay. I guess that's what we're doing. So you're going to get to hear my voice live here and also from the Iron Menace event. So hope everybody enjoys. So I have all these muted. I kind of just need to get a sense from the video transition with a cross dissolve and then audio transition with a crossfade. Let's see how that is.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Dorney Park for their Ride for a Cause event, in which Iron Menace here, you can get a ride before the season, just after the media day, which a lot of you, thank you for asking. I was not invited. I just happened.
I'm gonna just be salty about that for that.
Not invited.
Did I say something at the end, though, that I need to get me to the next clip?
Happen to be able to accomplish a lot without media access.
Yeah.
Asking, I was not invited.
We're just going to leave it at that.
That being said, we're here for the event. We're here at the event, and I just got off. And then I did another round.
Okay. So I'm basically going through takes and putting together, I don't know, some way to get this thing started.
Invited. That being said, we're here at the event, and I just got off of Iron Menace. I rode it twice, once in the front, in the middle, just to the right. That's 7 seats across, so there is actually a middle seat, which is rare. It's an odd number, and I think it shares that with Dr. Diabolical out at Fiesta, Texas.
All right, let's finish this up because it's already 1:20.
And then I did another round on the back, but me and my friend Coaster Paradise were each on an opposite end of the row, and the row was empty. And oh my gosh, the ride experience was completely different. I got thrashed around. It was bumpy. It was rattly. I didn't expect to see such a difference because I didn't even mention it yet, but the front one was surprisingly smooth.
Okay. So do I bring it home and get us out of this? I hope so. Yes. Okay.
Surprisingly smooth. But anyway, join me as we explore the event Ride for a Cause here with the Eagles Autism Foundation and talk a little bit about Iron Menace.
I do not, in fact, remember to talk much about Iron Menace, and I think I'm going to make a whole video about it. About Iron Menace and just my thoughts on it.
About Iron Menace. First of all, look at how they've done up this area. Menace.
So I'm behind the camera. I'm switching the audio.
Iron Menace. First of all, look at how they've done up this
I have a whole
area.
separate track.
First of all, for the event, they really did this up. It's got some sort of announcement coming up in a few minutes, so I'm waiting for that. But they completely changed this area over here on the right. There was like a drink area, possessed gifts, and now it's Steelyard Gifts, and this catering area here, which is an interesting expansion. And then there was a Rita's or something here too, and like a little nice eating and seating area that they got rid of. I hope they bring back the seats, but for now, they have a stage in the middle there. There are a whole lot of snacks and food, which I don't know if that's going to be available during the regular season. I hope so. I just tried a bunch, and it was delicious.
All the food that they had on offer, there was like roast beef sandwiches that were going to be available during the regular season. So it's so weird that they kind of got fancy with it. And like, it's not something, it just would have made sense, I guess, from a PR perspective, like to have that available and like make that the way to announce it. Why did I mess up on this one so much? Was somebody trying to talk to me? I don't know, but I went for a minute about the merch. Let's see what ultimately won here.
Delicious. So let's head into Steelyard Gifts and see what they got for the merchandise of Iron Menace.
It took me like 5 takes just to get that one. I don't know what I got hung up on, but a lot of times getting started is rough and then you find your groove. Especially right
Iron
after
Menace.
work.
We're here in Steelyard Gifts. I wanted to show you some
Oh,
of
the
Iron
music
Menace
is bleeding
merch.
in the
We got
background.
Pins, we got magnets, we got keychains, we got mugs, we got all sorts of stuff here.
We need to do that. Want to just smash cut.
Keychains, we got mugs, we got all sorts of stuff here.
Just smash cutting till I pick up that item.
Here. Uh-oh, I see it. Hear an announcement there.
Unnecessary words.
Let's see. Here's the first style shirt that I've here. 5 minutes for the pre-show, whatever's going on. Some sort of announcements. Let's see. Here's the first. Let's see.
So we can cut all of that.
Here's the first style shirt that I've seen. They also got these hats. Where are these from? I'm not quite a fan of the design, but I saw Jason, New Jersey Coasters, wearing one. This is pretty cool. It's got like an elemental thing on there for FE for iron, ferrous. Yeah, I dig that. And all the gears and stuff, that's like a nice callback to, what was that scare zone that was up at the front a couple years ago? Let's see, we got this shirt. I do like the logo that I'm seeing. I do like that. These, I love seeing Thunderhawk design, like merchandise, because it did celebrate its 100 years. Technically, I don't know. I got a long comment about that. But this style is pretty cool. Love to see a Possessed shirt. The Hydra one, this one, a lot of people were talking about. Let's see. They got an Iron Menace one here to match. What's on the front here? Oh, just that. Okay.
Looks like a gym logo.
Let's see what else we got. Iron Menace shirt, the Forge Your Own Fate shirt, which ain't too bad. Then we got all the Made the Thrill posters. Iron Menace one isn't here. Let's see. We got a McTavish Steel shirt. Is that the back? Yeah. Okay, that's pretty.
Okay, this one is kind of feeling like it's dragging.
And then this one with the zipper. Steel shirt. Is that the back? Yeah.
We can just cut there.
This one with the zipper. This, though, probably not a good idea because of the restraints, because they come down in your lap. Whatever's in there would get crushed, especially the way they were forcing down the restraints today. Let's see, they have...
Okay, I'm trying to get rid of like any let's sees and thens and uhs and stuff like that.
This printed thing, this printed bag.
This printed thing. I am very descriptive.
This printed thing, this printed bag, hip bag, whatever it's called. Different design. Different design shirt, another design. There are so many different designs here.
I wish they had gone with less of variety and just put their resources into like just a handful of good ones.
Different design shirt, another design. There are so many different designs here. So many differently designed shirts. And another hoodie.
At this point, I'm going to just start skipping.
This is a nice one. Oh, this looks like Made to Thrill. It looks very Made to Thrill. This one, though, this is Made to Thrill, and this is the one I'm definitely getting. All right, what else they got? Pennant. They do have a poster. I'm probably getting that as well. They do have the Nano Coaster, although I kind of stopped collecting them because I just had way too many. And then they have a magnet, but no pin. No pin of that.
Very important. People love their pins, especially the Made to Thrill ones. And that has not arrived at Dorney. I don't think it was ever a thing, even for like when they had previous posters. But it will be a thing at Great Adventure.
No pin of that. A couple mugs, glasses, and stuff like that. And then we have McTavish Steel all over the place here. Here. Oh, they do have a McTavish Steel hat. Not bad. That's pretty cool. I'm tempted. I'm sorry, I'm getting quiet because I'm thinking about buying that one. I'm not a big fan of the other one that they have that I showed you in the beginning. That's intense, and I wish there were smokestacks and stuff in the back. What do you got on the back? Oh my gosh. Also very intense.
Kind of over-designed.
And then this one is just the logo, right? Nope, super intense on the back. Man, it's so like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's got a vibe that I don't usually go for. This looks like a pajama shirt, sleeping shirt.
I think at this point I was overwhelmed by all that stuff. Like they even made Iron Menace jammies.
Sleeping shirt, nothing crazy on the back. Yeah, I like more subtle designs for me, so I'm probably gonna go for that made to thrill one.
Alright, was that it? Did I really spend like 4 minutes on merch? Perhaps, but now I'm talking again. That's good. We're out of the merch store.
That made to thrill one. So that was a little bit of the merch because I didn't really see anybody feature it during Media Day. I just wanted to throw it out there and really like dive in. There's so many kind of mix and match designs of Iron Menace. I wish there was like a hat that just had a nice embroidery on it, and I would buy that in a heartbeat. However, I think I'm going to go for the McTavish Steel hat. I'm not going to do my shopping yet because I want to get that poster, so I'll probably get all that stuff at the end of the night.
All right, and this is... Okay, we don't need all of this. I sent some of this to the Eagles Autism Foundation so they can have it for their archives, but all I need to do is cherry pick a couple of the things that are in here. We don't need to spend too much time with it.
Welcome to Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom. Did you get it? Okay. My name is Ryan Eldridge, and I am the Public Relations and Communications Manager here at Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom. I want to extend a special welcome and thank you to the members of the Philadelphia Eagles who are with us tonight, Reed Blankenship and Britton Covey. Give it up for those guys. They are phenomenal. Yeah, I love it. Eagles! Phenomenal guys. We really appreciate it. Awesome.
That's a good transition.
Yeah, I love it.
Eagles! Okay, let's cut that there. Okay, so his S showed up, so we gotta make sure that that's known. Because it makes for a weird transition when you hear like the tail end of like a boo or a tss. It's a weird thing when the plosives show up randomly.
Phenomenal guys, we really appreciate it. I also want to give thanks to the Eagles Autism Foundation Executive Director Ryan Hammond, who is to my right. Thank you so much for your work pulling this night together. We really appreciate it. Also, I want to say thank you to our incredible team here at Dorney Park and to execute a week at our official photo shoot today and then tonight. So thank you to our team. And I think the biggest thank you of all goes to all of you for believing in us and helping us raise these funds tonight. So give yourselves a round of applause. We really appreciate it.
We're not using any of that.
And I know the Eagles Autism Foundation appreciates it too. They're going to be on stage here in just a moment. For 140 years, Dorney Park has delivered millions of from time-honored roller coaster. No, our wooden roller coaster over there celebrates this year. That thing is 100 years old. New thrills this year, dynamic new thrills like the Iron Menace, which I'm sure many of you want to get on tonight if you haven't already. Incredible roller coaster, and it helps us set the standard for fun here in the Northeast. But we also set the standard for leading our community through our Dorney Park Cares program. We are committed to giving new thrills this year, dynamic new thrills this year, dynamic new thrills like the giving back, providing experiences and fundraising opportunities that are dedicated to the great. Thanks to our collaborative efforts, we have collectively raised over $30,000 just from your ticket sales tonight.
Yeah, I want to mention that.
Thanks to our collaborative efforts, we have collectively raised over $30,000 just from your ticket sales tonight. So once again, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much.
I don't want all of that. Let's just grab this. Slot that into place, and let's give it a trim.
Thanks to our collaborative efforts, we have collectively raised over $30,000 just from your ticket sales tonight.
That's all I need.
So once again, tonight, you not only get to hang out with the birds, you get to enjoy great food, You got to explore this beautifully themed new area, our steel yard, and you also get to ride our beautiful roller coaster, the Iron Menace, which is the first dive roller coaster here in the Northeast.
I liked all of that. Slot that in.
Here to talk more about that ride.
I'm so grateful for this. Thank you to Incredible an Eagle. It flies across the train wide, but this ride also provides for forgets its roots. Our communities, and 140 years ago, it's made we take something that's, and that's what we're doing with our. I just want to thank you all again. Thank you so much.
She started sounding metally, metallic.
Just gotta say, boss looks good in Kelly Green from someone.
Good evening, everyone. What
This
an
was
exciting
the
night
Eagles
that we get to share such a special
Autism
moment
Foundation
with Dorney
lady.
Park. Open a new roller coaster. I know we definitely have anticipation, a little anxiety, but most important, gratitude. And to every one of you that.
Sorry, I didn't see your messages. For some reason, it was on like top messages and filtering stuff. So I apologize for that. I assumed nobody was saying anything, and I just had lurkers. Thank you for telling me I was muted. I didn't realize that until like a few minutes in. And Snape, how you doing? I do have a merchandise collection, and it's sadly mostly Halloween Horror Nights shirts.
And answered this call to action. You know, the Eagles Autism Foundation started in 2018 really with the vision of our team, Chairman and CEO Jeffrey Lurie. This is what we do, $5 million. But not only is it about raising millions, we're 100 player in programs. And we do that matches the rigor of how we draft our players are going to the money. We wanted to make sure closest vision to not only the way that game day staff members here.
I might cut all of this, honestly. I'm trying to cherry pick something. Like, what I assume people who are watching my vlogs want to see is the players and stuff. But if I remember right, they were completely blocked. So I'm just going to snip that. Right?
And he's excited to get on Iron Menace, right?
I'm stoked.
Yeah, this part.
Like, hey, Britton, where you at? You got a second? You rode Steel Force tonight. What?
Yeah, this little part here. Let's see. I have a Hercules sweater, the El Toro hoodie. That one's very nice. You don't see that anymore on sale.
What did you think? What were your initial thoughts?
The only thing I've seen faster than that is probably.
Dude needs to go to New Jersey. He talks about a player. How fast? I feel like it's not a fast coaster. Doesn't feel very fast anyway. Yep. There's all the other clips. So we're getting there, you know. Just assembling this thing.
The only thing I've seen faster than that is probably AJ Brown. It was pretty fast, yeah.
AJ Brown. And he's excited to get on Iron Menace, right?
I'm stoked. I'm bringing Reed on with me.
There we go. All right, I'll let you off the hook. Thank you.
Bringing Reed on with me.
There we go.
Okay, can we put this to bed, this section of the video? I feel like it's a minute and a half already.
All right, a couple reminders before we end this presentation. That PM, dessert, merchandise, and fit, and
Goes through the itinerary that's on everybody's badges. Okay. Moving on. Was there a clip before this? I feel like I didn't introduce what was happening.
That being said, I had to give a special. So sadly, I asked around, and most of this food, except for like a roast beef sandwich, is not going to be part of the regular menu during the operating season.
Okay, we can throw that in there. I don't care.
So sadly, I asked around, and most of this food, except for like a roast beef sandwich, is not going to be part of the regular menu during the operating season. That being said, I had to give a special shout out to these funnel cake shrimp right here. Phenomenal. And I was encouraging them. These funnel cake shrimp.
We don't need me to say right here.
Cake shrimp. Phenomenal. And I was encouraging them to hopefully try to find a way to include them into the operating season menu somewhere, anywhere.
And I was told quickly after posting those in my story that they're available at Cedar Point, so maybe I'll get them when I go there in July. Yes, I'm planning on going there in July. Okay, this is... What is this? I tried to do something here, and it was... I don't know what I was doing. Let's see. Oop, oop, oop.
Anywhere. So now the event is fully underway, so I wanted to shout out this little sipping container. The Iron Menace themed beer that they have here from a local brewery is pretty awesome. And it is just before you enter this area with Possess, the gift shop, and further down Iron Menace.
Alright, close up of menu.
Iron Menace. There are a couple of specialty drinks as well. The Menacing Margarita, McTavish's Blood Orange Old Fashioned, some wine, and they also have a souvenir cup.
How exciting. People love souvenir cups. Did I get just the one clip? Yeah.
So it looks like Funk Brewing is the local brewery that put out the Iron Menace beer.
Did not get to try it. They closed the bar down, if I remember right, kind of early. Or early for me. I was running around like an idiot trying to get videos and photos and stuff.
Before I forget, Swoop.
Did I take this twice? No. I got a clip of Swoop at least.
Here. Before I forget, Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders, we're doing a meet and greet. I'll throw the photo in here just for fun.
Oh, I made a promise. I got to do that real quick, so I'm going to quickly get that over here. Doo-doo-doo. I got to add that to my Dropbox and import it real quick. What folder is this? Nope, wrong folder. All right.
This has been a pretty cool event. And so, other than Iron Menace, Possess is open, Steel Force is open. Pretty cool.
I think I can nip those two and that. All right, I'm just pulling the photo I have with Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders over here. Why is it not appearing yet? There it is. All right. Pull that in, pop that in, right there.
We're doing a meet and greet. I'll throw the photo in here just for fun, because this has been a pretty cool event. Other than Iron Menace, Possess is open, Steel Force is open, and Thunderhawk is open, which I believe is celebrating 100 years from what I saw on the merch. A 100 years from what I saw on the merch. I see Swoop is wandering around there, kind of schmoozing, meeting and greeting, looking at the food. It's pretty great to just see them casually. But there is no Snoopy, sadly. I was kind of hoping he would get to meet this guy. But nope, no Swoop Snoopy crossover tonight.
All right, what the heck was this? Don't need that clip. What's this? Oh, right, the retheme of the flyers.
Another amazing thing that I did not see get covered, except by a handful of people at media, was that the Eagle ride here has been rethemed to buckets, got a whole paint job and all that stuff. They
I don't know why I said
the
Eagle,
lighting
it's
package,
flyers.
which is a shame, but still, what a cool upgrade. The name.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Are we almost done? Yeah, we have like a few more minutes. Did I do I did a transition with them. So apparently, some of the people that were working the photo booth, they already
Also,
followed
shout
me,
out to
so
the fact
we
there
had a
are
nice
ride
chat.
photos, and they're fully functioning, and they're ready for you to buy. They look pretty cool.
Okay, I don't need that clip. I need to find... Okay, that's when I do the Q tour. need you. What are you? Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Blah. This is a cool shot. I kind of like. I did this with a zoom lens. All right. I'm gonna do a silly thing and put that at the very front. We will figure it out how that all fits into place later at another time. Let's see. That's QTOR. What's this? Oh, is this where I talk about them?
Here comes the roller coaster. I won't always be here with my camera.
Okay. I did a cheesy thing because they wanted to be in the vlog. That's what happened. I yelled a bit though. Okay.
Which is a shame, but still, what a cool upgrade. Here comes the roller coaster. I won't always be here with my camera, so if you're not here with my camera, you can come say hi to the photo people. Hi, photo people. People.
And that's what I came up with in that moment. Just the creativity was clearly oozing, right? Hi, photo people. Welp. The Flyers used to look like Eagles. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But that flat ride style is just called Flyers normally, right? Like at Knoebels. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a little Vaporino from the charger. All right, why did I have so much to say?
There's the test seat. I need to grab a test seat photo. That is one of my traditions.
Which Jason, New Jersey Coasters, got me my test seat photo, which is over on my Instagram if you're curious about that.
Let's go through the queue. First of all, McTavish Steel, right there. And there is a fast lane that goes straight up the stairs, just over yonder.
I used the word yonder. Yes, I did. Now what's next? What kind of silly stuff did I say?
Yonder. But can we take a moment to talk about this theming? Look at that. Punch your own card. Hello. All right. What does that say on the top? Idle hands are the devil's tools. Oh, boy. I forget what era this takes place in. Is it the late 1800s? I believe so. Oh, even the music here. I should mention there is music at the station, too, and as you're going up the lift hill. But for the most part here, we got lots of fun stuff going on. And it reminds me a lot of Ghost in the Machine, the haunt maze, the haunted maze. I forgot what Dorney calls them.
I still don't remember. They're used pretty much interchangeably, though.
Calls them. Now, it looks like they have probably about an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of queue here. However, I wonder, because in dive coasters, it can be pretty deceiving how long the wait is. And obviously, it's still preseason, so the wait times right now, or the dispatch times, I should say, are a little bit longer, and that's to be expected.
Bringing in the other clip. Trimming.
I'm not sure what this building is and if it's associated with the maze or something, but they did throw a McTavish Steel logo on it and painted it up and everything. And yes, guests are going to be able to see that from the queue, so I just appreciate that a lot, because obviously most parks, they'll just stop the theming here.
Do I need to continue? I feel like I made my point.
I do see, and it looks like maybe that's going to be another element of decoration, and maybe they'll keep extending it out this way. It would be cool if it just, this whole area was all enclosed in theming.
They should add a ride or something. That's some pretty good real estate in the back there.
You see, and it looks like maybe stop the theming here.
Yeah, as I thought. I could have ended that clip right there. I don't know why I have so much to say, but there it is.
The theming here. And then last but not least, there is Paranormal PA, which
oh, hey, Crystal.
I don't know if this is going to feature heavily in like future haunt stuff, but I love the fact that there's going to be a story with the story. So
I can trim that. My brain goes faster than the words.
With the story. So we already know that McTavish suddenly disappears, and then it's just Iron Menace that fires up out of nowhere, and that's the Ghost in the Machine, right? And now there's maybe some sort of paranormal team that's investigating it. That's a pretty cool touch, and I hope that that's like an addition when Haunt comes around.
which, spoilers, I've heard that is the case. And New Jersey Coasters, it can hold a 90-minute wait estimate. Perfect. I am fully expecting, it's previewing this weekend, right? Or is it starting next weekend? Whenever it previews, I assume it's going to be action-packed.
Honk comes around. All right, this wasn't mentioned anywhere, but they got the McTavish Steel sign here on over by the bathrooms. And I don't know if this is just on for atmosphere or can we actually go through in here? I'm going to wait a second to see if anybody exits.
I don't know if this is even necessary to include.
So unfortunately, I cannot go through the maze with the camera. So we're just going to leave it at that. And there are animatronics, no scare actors.
It would have been so cool if they had, like, the full haunt, like, had scare actors. Oh, here's a Jason sighting.
There are animatronics, no scare actors. And then New Jersey Coasters here, Jason. He's been tasked with taking some night shots for Dorney, so we've just been kind of hanging out a little bit.
And there he is. In his orange highlights, orange sneakers.
Looks like the party is kind of slowing down here. But there are a couple other rides that are open, and I've been completely ignoring them. And that is Steel Force, which has gotten an upgrade to its lift hill, apparently, and it's faster. And then Thunderhawk, which got some love for its 100th birthday.
We can stop that there. We're already at the 11-minute mark. We're good. We can just wrap this up.
So if anybody knows there and wants to throw me a comment about what kind of work they did on Steel Force, I need to look it up before I come back for like the regular season or the preview days or whatever's happening. But I still am going to ride it and see if I notice much of a difference. Although it's been a whole year, maybe 8 months since I've been on this guy.
Leave it there. Good ending. This weekend is public previews. What are you saying? Outside of pass holders. Gotcha.
Guy. So the upgrade they made was to the lift hill. I think the chain, it has a variable chain now, so they can actually get more throughput out of it, which is amazing. I think that was it. Or no, that's Thunderhawk maybe.
Jason, my camera will tend to want to overexpose once it's at night, unless I start actually setting the exposure myself with the ISO. So I usually cap it around 12,800, and yeah, normally it's too much and too noisy. It also likes to do that during like haunt season and stuff. So I usually take over, but I didn't in this case just because it's kind of just you're going.
Yeah, that's Thunderhawk. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
One less thing to think about is nice.
Wow. Okay. Between that chain rattling and the music next to me, it's like, whew, a lot. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so the lift hill chain has a variable speed and the small improvements to the station for the operators. So hopefully it has some throughput now. But like everybody was calling it faster Steel Force, so if that makes sense to you, I didn't quite understand why they were saying that. Please explain to me, because the operators. So
I can cut it somewhere there.
To the station for the operators.
We can just finish that one there. Let's nudge all of these clips closer. I want to finish this up.
So I looked up.
Okay, that clip I know I bunked.
So I asked while I was.
I did that 3 times. I kind of remember how many takes I've done if I bunk something up.
For the operators. So I asked while I was at the station for Thunderhawk, and apparently it was just the trains, those PTCs, that got some love. So at the station.
Yep. I don't know why I decided to speak more.
So at the station for Thunderhawk, they were telling me that they just got some love on the trains, a bit nice refresh, repaint, and all of that for its 100th year. But otherwise, there wasn't any significant track work or anything done. But I feel like I remember there being track work. Please, remind me if I'm misremembering. Something was done not too far in the past, right? There was some stuff
Heather.
done. I don't know. I'm confused again.
I'm always confused, perpetually. Perpetually confused. This is a short clip. This is a short clip. This is a short clip. Bunked takes, perhaps.
All this fog and stuff that's...
Yeah. Now that jogs a memory.
I'm confused again. Oh man, the vibe right now is really making me miss haunt season, because like the fog is in the air. They've had fog going on the whole time, and it's really hanging in the air because it was raining earlier, and then it's nighttime, the lights are coming on, and Iron Menace's like area music is kind of a little spooky. But anyway, I think the last thing
Okay, that's good. Let's back up and trim that.
like area music is kind of a little spooky. But anyway, I think a little spooky. But anyway, I think the last thing I want to do here while this event, by the way, if anybody from the Eagles Autism Foundation watches this was a phenomenal event. So happy to be contributing to a good cause here. But the last thing I want to see is if there's what the lighting package situation is, what the station looks like at night, and then we'll call this one. All right, so they do have some decent lighting on the Iron Menace sign, and they also have a projected
Jason.
one here, which is a nice thing.
I know, it was not that light out. You were taking your moody, like, blue hour photos at the time.
But it doesn't look like the track itself, as I kind of pan around here. It doesn't look like it has a lighting package, which is a shame, because on the first drop there, it does have, like, a painting of, like, a coal fire, basically. But I wish that was like glowing and smoking, almost like Oblivion or something at Alton Towers. Or if I'm remembering that name right, I don't know if it's Nemesis. Either way, don't murder me, Thuzies. But yeah, right there at the bottom of the first drop, when you're stalled up there, you see, it looks like you're going straight into the pits of hell. But there's no lighting or any effects to support that look, you know, to really drive it home. I really expected that to be a thing.
Maybe it will. I think they've blown their budget. It's done.
So you can kind of see it at night. And there it goes. That's kind of it. And I'm kind of overexposing it.
Yeah, I actually said that, huh? I actually said I'm overexposing it.
And there it goes. That's kind of it. And I'm kind of overexposing it a bit. Like, it's maybe more realistically. Hang on, I'm going to actually do a real exposure here. It's probably more like this right now. So, it's dark.
There you go, Jason. Realistic exposure. What's this? Oh, when I was trying to get the audio. That did not work.
It's dark. And here's what the station looks like at night. Looks nice. I like that moody red lighting that they got everywhere. But I don't know if the audio... Well, actually, we could wait for some of the audio here, because it happens... Like, the speakers are set up right alongside the lift hill. It's really cool.
Yep. Can't really hear it with the chain. And I wonder how loud those speakers are so you can actually hear it over the chain. Yeah, we don't need to keep that going. I think I'm just doing my outro now.
So I guess you can't really... hear anything over the chain, over the lift hill. There they go. But I think that's going to do it from here. I'm going to call this one. Thank you again, everybody involved in hosting this event and putting this all together. It was a lot of fun. Iron Menace. I'm looking forward to experiencing this when it's all warmed up and stuff.
And stuff. I need to stop using words like that. Things that don't mean anything.
Stuff. I guess you really couldn't hear anything over the lift hill.
Yep, I hit that again, didn't I? Alright, backing it up. Boop-a-boop.
I guess you really couldn't hear anything over the lift hill, but there is audio there, I promise. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me here. Thank you. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me here. Thank you everybody who was responsible for putting this event together. It was a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to coming back and riding Iron Menace a whole bunch more, especially over the summer. It's warmed up and everything. But for now, a little slower and new with the dispatch times the way they are and everything, the crew being new. Like, it was still a solid experience. And I look forward to more.
Alrighty, much better. Did I screw something?
For everybody.
Yep. I've said outros a million times and I still fumble them.
Anyway, all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.
Alrighty. I already know what song I want. I'm just going to pull that up now. There it is. Let's see. This part? Yeah, this part. So we're going to take one part and put it in the beginning and this part here. Audio 4, audio 5. Which one do I have already mixed? 5th track. There it is. There it is. Video transition. Cross dissolve this bad boy.
Bye.
Okay, we can do the same. Crossfade audio. Alright, then just need my starting point for the music. Is that not it? Here? This, I want that.
And I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.
Okay, we don't need that much lead time. That's nice with my timing. Okay.
Time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.
It's a pretty mellow song. It needs to come up. So I'm just trying to get a balance of like where my voice was volume-wise and then where the song will be for the end card.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye. Anyway, all that being...
Cool. The only thing I need to finish with is just syncing up the opening montage with the music that I threw in here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Keep that on 5. We can delete 6. That was an accident. I didn't mean it. Alright. Pull this down. Get that. Let's see. Oh shit. I messed that up. Can add audio crossfade. So I'm just getting an idea of how long that is, about 10 seconds. Let's see. Ooh, it's a very gradual build up. I might actually just, undo. Delete and backspace do different things. I forgot. I might actually just reuse the same exact setup that I just put in here. Let's do that. Is that good? Let's see. So I want that right when the drop starts. The little like break in the music. Just a little bit more. And so from there, we'll extend this, and that should be it. It works. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel or do anything crazy. The fact that it synced up with that cut was actually nice. Nice bonus surprise. I'm also backtracking this. Probably a 1 second crossover. Just in anticipation. I like a little tail end on that, and I hate that to change the fade shape, it's like hovering over the volume control. So I just want to get a sense of this.
Hello, my friends, and
alright, I want it to be out.
hello, my friends, and
That's good. Alrighty, watching it one more time. Man, that day was gray. Gray and gross.
hello, my friends, and welcome.
Alright, that's good. Alright, the last thing I do, I'm like basically ready to ship this, but I go into color with the curve open, and I just check each clip. So I noticed that this one versus this one, white level is not as matchy. So I want to get that a little better so they align. Because you don't want like a really gray shot next to one that has like a really white sky. So I'm gonna watch this real quick just to see how the transitions are, because these clips are inherently connected even though they're different trains and stuff. I think I can risk a little bit more. Pushed it too hard. This one for sure. Maybe in this area. There it goes. There, maybe mid-lift, just a little bit. It's probably the only place I really am worried about that, but I'm gonna check for like some of the more egregious ones. Alright, so there's like the curve of this. I can do more, but it gets to be a lot. So this is the same clip, and I'm just copying over and making myself brighter. It usually leads to better separation, but yeah. So I usually just scan it real quick. I assume merch is fine, indoor, good lighting, but when it's like gray, it's usually not the best. But it does add a little hint of contrast. Like this is fine, but you can get it just a little bit better with slight adjustments to the curve. Skip the food, and here we are. Like here, that sky was particularly gray and everything was kind of shadowy. So I'm just lifting that real quick, and then maybe I overdid it. Maybe I can just lift the shadows themselves like a smidge. Alright, there's the photo. A little lift. A little lift because he's in there. Probably not there. Here? Here. Another little lift. These guys. Yeah, we'll do that. This is at night though. I don't know why I'm messing with that. Yeah, after this, it gets funky because you don't really want to mess with the lighting too much. Like here, I could probably add just a teensy bit of contrast. And by teensy, I mean like decimal points. Anyway, I believe that is it. The only thing I haven't done is faded out the end. But we're done. Let's see. What's the length of view? I believe I can bring this down to like 25 seconds. And then bring this down. Add 2-second fade out. And it's done. We have a vlog. Yay. Alright. How do I export? The YouTube settings, the compression is whatever. This is all very, I don't want to say throwaway, but it's not like I'm really putting in a lot of effort on every shot. Like during the shooting of all these clips, I would have spent a lot more time, you know. But it's just not that type of video. I don't do any color grading or anything like that. I have in the past though, and the workflow for that is just way too much for just a vlog. I do color grade for like some of the reels that I've been putting out, and that's kind of been how I've been practicing learning how to do that, because eventually I'm pretty set on eventually making a horror movie of some kind. I'm still kind of doing research about what it's going to be, what kind, what genres I'll pull from. But anyway, just letting this render. I believe at some point after this, I will probably get into catching up on reels and doing some color grading. But I need a little break, so I'm probably going to trying to think what I want to do for... Right. I forgot that Jason, I don't know if he's still in here, but he took a photo for me that I will use for the thumbnail. I'm just going to edit that in Lightroom while we're waiting here. Do a little crop, a croppy Croppenstein here. While that's happening, please. Maintain aspect ratio, please. Done. Good. It'd be great if auto would just take care of this for me, but I know it won't. Need a little more contrast, a little clarity, and we're almost done. Yay. Dehaze. Vignette. 3 seconds, go. All right. Almost done with that, but we can at least get this uploading, and I'll post it tomorrow. Yay. Where is it? Where is it? There you are. All right, yeah. I'm still just editing my thumbnail, and then I'll throw it into an editing software to add my logo. I feel like I want to crop it even tighter. let's save that, upload it to my Dropbox, and then I'll open it up. I use GIMP for my image editing. It's very basic, but it works. It works. Oop, shit. I made a boo-boo. Added it to the wrong place. Now some client is going to see that unless I delete it. Alright, I wonder how hard it is. I mean, I'm going to be in the GIMP for like 3 seconds just getting this logo placed onto the thumbnail. Detected I added it, but where is it? There it is. Oof, it's harsh, but in terms of like sharpness and stuff, I might have overdid it. However, it be like that sometimes. Alright, logo added to thumbnail. That's ready for YouTube. And we can call this good. I wonder if I should just share the desktop. It's not like I have anything hidden here. So you can kind of see everything I'm doing. Do you really want to see everything I'm doing? I don't know about that. Alright, well, I'll do the tags and description and all that stuff another day. Let's save our thumbnail file. Alright, and let's head back here. Save that because I'm paranoid. Before I close it out, go to the project manager. We're going to my vertical video thingy. So here's what I did for... Actually, I posted this today on Instagram. This guy. I don't know if you saw it, but there it was. While you're here, I can pause it there and show you quickly what I did to it. So this is the color grading that I did to it. That's what it looked like prior. It was very blue at the time because it was an overcast sky, or it wasn't overcast. There was just a cloud there, so like you didn't get actual warm colors. I didn't color balance this at all. You should, before you color grade, white balance appropriately, but I used an ectochrome look that sucks out the color anyway, so it didn't really matter. And I added some warmth to it after the fact. But yeah, you can see like how silly it got with preparing it for ectochrome. Is the sky literally got purple. And that's what it looked like before any other adjustments. So I did noise reduction, curve editing, changes to gamma and gain, just kind of standard stuff, but that's how it ended up. Now, what we're going to do is more of that, because I have a bunch of clips kind of saved up here that I should probably do something with and start uploading those. This is something I was trying that's new that I'm throwing up here. And that is, instead of being super zoomed in, just zooming out and letting people like walk around and stuff, and then slow-moing that. So basically, since I've already done kind of like a lot of the standard kind of compositions that I see a lot of roller coaster people do, I wanted to see what I could do with like capturing the entire area, or really zooming in on people's faces so that there's more variety to the position of the camera. Because I feel like, especially with a lot of photographers, we're basically taking photos from the same places a lot of times, and a lot of times it doesn't give you a sense of the space that these roller coasters occupy. Unless you're doing like a wide shot or something like that. Anyway. So what I want is... Okay. You know what the average length of watch time is for one of my reels? It is 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Alright, so we're going to take that. I'm going to mute it. I am going to go into stabilization, hit stabilize, see how much it zooms in. I think I was pretty good. I was leaned against a sign or something like that. And then from there, I want position X. Can we not center this? I was hoping to center this, but we cannot. Perhaps we can zoom in just a bit more then, so I can center you. I shot this in 4K, and most Reels, Shorts, TikTok, they'll downscale to 1080, so I'm just giving it 1080 nowadays. So there it is. So then we're going to change clip speed 50%. I'm shooting in 60 and halving it. So there it goes. You kind of just see bobbleheads. I kind of want to get rid of the camera lock so we get more space there, and reset the zoom. I think it's fine this way. Oh, I remember. So I aligned this clip to the left a little bit because all of the stuff of like it, share it, save it, and all that stuff is kind of on the right. So I'm starting to kind of incorporate that into my composition. The only thing that I think I would improve based on what I'm seeing here is using a wider angle lens that has a bigger aperture. So like going like f2 on something far away so that everything in the foreground is super blurry. That would probably be more beneficial. Also, I need to put my phone to charge. Doo-doo-doo. There it goes. All right, so let's actually look at this clip. What do we got? It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. I don't want it to get too... Man, I didn't really get much sky in here. I always worry about it looking unnatural by lifting all of the shadows. Definitely need some contrast, not too much. I'm going to lift the shadows just a smidge, a tiny smidge. I think you barely will see that anything happened. Also, I forget that shooting in vlog means there's no baked-in noise reduction, which is pretty good by default. So you have to do that yourself, and I am guilty of even making it as far as posting stuff that did not have any noise reduction. Anyway, so that's done, and because you're kind of doing your own denoising, smoothing it, you have to sharpen it, which is this radius thing that I'm messing with, and I've found like 0.47, 0.46 is a sweet spot. Anyway, so now I'm looking at this, and I'm like, what else can I do? I think I went a little overkill here, but I am throwing film contrast on top of this. So we will see. Obviously that don't work. That's too much. Somewhere in between. It's also hard to tell just because the real estate, this software and most editing software is very much meant for horizontal video. So editing with vertical video, like I wish I could grab a tablet or something and have a separate display dedicated to playback of this so I can see it way bigger. Okay, I do like having that. Let me play this, see what it looks like. It just looks so green. I need to try to temper that a little bit. So where's all the green here? Maybe I can shift the tint a little bit to take away some of the green. And yeah. One thing that I'm planning on doing eventually is learning how to, what's the word? Like emulate the grade of, say, a Batman movie and using that on the Batman the Ride clip that I use and kind of take myself to school a little bit. Let's see. I think we need a little more warmth now. That's pretty good. All right. It's not super white balance, but it's about there. So we take this guy. Is it about there? I'm second guessing myself here. That's too blue. That's good. I feel like we don't need a color boost. The saturation is fine. We could actually back off a little bit on that. And then shadow lift is almost unnecessary, but I like it that way. All right, so we're gonna go in here. For this one, I'm feeling some sort of like Kodak Viz 3. Maybe this one? Yeah, something like this. Oh, did I? No, I applied it in the right one. Let's see. It got rid of a lot of the greens, which is what I wanted. The only thing is the contrast is kind of intense. And again, I like render it and look at it on my phone before I make any judgment calls on whether or not it's done. And that's how I learn. But this, with a little more color, should look good. Should. It doesn't. I wonder if this could actually just get desaturated more. With like the faintest hint of that. Now it looks sepia. This is actually kind of fun. Because unfortunately, with film looks, all of the warm colors like get kind of crazy. So in order to like rescue it from itself, you can change the temperature a bit. Not sure if I like going all the way there with that. I feel like maybe the 50D isn't the answer for this, just because of the colors that I have. One thing that a lot of people don't know is when you're making like movies and are planning on color grading, the set design and the color palette that's chosen there plays an important role afterwards when you're editing and stuff. There's a lot of forethought that goes into all of that. All right, this is probably more what we want. Do we want more contrast or less? I think I want less. I'm gonna go to the edit pane and see what this looks like right now. Going to remind myself what it originally looked like. So that sky was already pretty muted already. Okay. Okay, I can suck out some of the color from the yellow of the track, because the track is like kind of crazy yellow, and then from there I can introduce a little more color so that everything has this weird like mustardy look upon it. Gonna lift the shadows a little bit and see what that does. I think we need like deeper blacks, so I'm going here to the shadows and bringing that way down. Then the highlights we will bring up. What's that look like? Too much, too much, too much. We're going to temper the highlights a little bit. And yeah, just a little bit. Tiniest bit. I feel like it just pulsed on me or something. Yeah, the positional information is, let's see, remove position, then we'll go back, restabilize, and then I shouldn't see that weird pulse at the end. Cool. All right, this is looking funky, and now we need some music. I'm going to be playing just a couple random things here until I find the right one. Although I do have a Batman song. Don't I? Don't I? I thought I did, and now I feel like I just lied to myself. Yeah. So I pull from like Overclock Remix and Argo Fox and a bunch of other like royalty-free music locations. Download my favorite ones and then try to throw it in different places. Nope, that one doesn't work. I need something that's just chill. Like just the opening of this song is probably fine. So we'll just throw it in there. Let's see. Or not. Let's try that again. Throw it in here, throw it on top, throw it over here, and let's see. Okay, we'll just trim that there. Do that, call it good, and get the render going. Anybody wants to know, H.264, my preferred method. I always date by year, month, and day, so everything shows up chronologically for me in the folders that I'm rendering to. Batman the Ride. I do not export as QuickTime. I export as MP4. This is just the stuff that I found works for having Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok like not crush and compress my videos, so I try to get very close to what they're already outputting. All right, next up, go to renders folder and review. Contrast is heavy, kind of like it in places, kind of like it, kind of maybe went too hard on lifting the shadows, I think. So maybe just a smidge there, and even then I feel like I needed to split the difference for what I just did. But I basically crushed the blacks too hard. Yeah, I overdid it, so we're gonna dial that back. And at this stage, I'm just making like very minute adjustments, and it's guesswork because again, this software is not meant for vertical videos, and it's super annoying. think I could risk just a little bit here. So I sucked out a lot of the color originally. So I'm trying to reintroduce it just the tiniest bit so that the track pops a little. Alright, looking at what's in focus, I think I should probably sharpen it a little bit or pull back a little bit on this guy here. So what I do for noise reduction is we go in a little here, and I play it, I inspect it here, we pull that down a little. Okay, so I can get away with a lot less there because there's not much. I didn't have to use a high ISO for this, so I think I'm doing too much to it and smoothing it out too much. So yeah, we only need about 10, and then this, gosh, it goes really hard on the, like 5. All right. There's 2 different types of noise removals, and it can be pretty harsh if you kind of don't know what your ISO was or have an idea of it. And when you're shooting in the day, even with a variable aperture zoom lens, which goes as high as like 6.3, you can still kind of mess it up and do too much noise removal and turn everything into pudding. There's just no definition of anything. Do I wish it wasn't clouds in the sky? Yeah, absolutely, but looks cool. Actually, I think now that I did all of that, I need to go back here and probably bump this up a bit because it looks a little over sharpened, which can also be bad. But this is how we learn, right? This is how we learn. I just wish and should investigate into getting a specialized monitor for this. All right, that looks good. I am done with that. All right, 10:20. So that took about 20 minutes. I think that's about the average, like 20 minutes to edit a reel. One of these, just because I'm new at color grading, and I'm still like kind of adding to my skill set. Anyway, for everybody here, I think I'm gonna call it. It's getting kind of late. And I thank you guys for joining me and watching. I'll post the Iron Menace thing tomorrow. I think Batman, that'll probably be also posted tomorrow. There's a lot that I still need to go through. I have, I think, a backlog of like 4 other vlogs, and I just need to get cracking. But for now, have yourself a good night. I'll see you soon. Say hi over on Instagram. And I think I need to bring back community posts again here on YouTube. And the struggle continues over on TikTok. Anyway, have a good night.